Hey guys, it's AbbyAnarchy, title new subscribers, welcome. And I feel like normally I wouldn't address these things, but because subscribers, people commenting, are feeling the need to defend me or say things in the comments, we can just talk about it. It's fine. I saw a really nice comment of somebody that's been subscribed for a long time. They said, well, obviously you don't know Abby talking about other people's situations or issues or whatever it is, because she does all the time. Yeah. My second best doing thing on here is my interview with the vampire, and I miss that community so much. I cannot wait for it to come back. But May, right? I'm so geeked, which is great. If you haven't watched the interview with the vampire series, get on it. It's awesome. Yeah, and with that series, we got into abuse and men dealing with that and how it's an awful thing that gets overlooked in society because we look at it a certain kind of way versus how it is when a woman's in a situation like that. But oh my God, I am so grateful to people that feel the need to defend me. That is so nice of you. You don't need to do that. Don't ever feel like you need to do that because I knew what I signed up for when I got on the internet. And if people want to leave things and act like they know something, but really you're just going off of 30 seconds you heard on a clip, you're just an ignorant bastard. But really, I'll tell you guys who you sound like. You want me to pull some? I can pull some of them up. Let's just do that. Oh, good. I'm already there. But I feel like I need to remind people. Film is my first love. I just so happen to like all these other things. I'll read some of these so that I'm not flying totally blind. But the people that are saying things like, well, women can be toxic and this and that and blah, 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 too. It's like, yeah, they can. I never disagreed with that. Like I said, depending on what the show is or what the movie is or what the book or the comic is, depends on what we're going to talk about in those themes. And so, yes, I thought I made that very clear in the beginning of my review for the finale for True Detective. I thought I made that extremely clear that it wasn't supposed to come off bashing men, that it was supposed to just come off like maybe because we've been told to view things a certain kind of way, some of you are viewing it that way. And maybe take a step back and go, am I doing that? Or do I have legit reasons as to why I'm upset with this? That's totally fine. We can disagree all day. That's what makes this fun. But yeah, you sound like the people that go, well, how come they have to say first black actor who won or whatever? Why can't they just be an actor? It's like, because those things were negatively looked upon and they never happened before. So when those things happen, it is a big deal. And that's okay for them to be proud of that and say those things. It's not inaccurate. It's not an attack. It's just a fact. And the facts here with this one are, hey, maybe we are viewing it with this type of lens. I'm not saying everybody's doing that. I'm saying that it is a factor here. And then some people have some really great comments, but either way, let's get into this. Here, this one, I mean, oh sister, don't do this. Internalized misogyny being the reason that people aren't as happy with the end of the season? Yes, 1,000%. That's why it got negatively bombed before it even aired before the first episode even was on streaming. Yes, 1,000%. If you disagree with that, that's okay. I think that's definitely a factor here because it's a factor forever. And here's the other thing. When you say things like blank blank is without them definitively saying that, you are also speculating. So when you say things like, and this is not a bad comment, it's a good comment, but they said Danvers is sleeping around because of her trauma or whatever she's dealt with, that could be correct. They did not say that. So anything we're all speculating is speculating. It's not definitively said on the screen or anything like that. So just remember that when you're saying things. Oh, okay. This is what I mean. It was really poor. Too focused on politics to get a good story across. Okay. It's too political. It focused on politics too much. Okay. Let me get this straight. So season 1, when the governor directly comes in and affects the investigation of a crime and tries to get other people put on it because they know that they were directly involved with mishandling it and involved with doing stuff in that group, isn't political? Finding out that money and bureaucracy and the politics at work and with the police departments and things like that and how they were setting them up and setting Rust and Marty up for failure isn't political. Showing the corruption isn't political. Season 2 being directly about government corruption is not political. What are you saying? What are you saying? Or in season 3, when Purple Haze has to go and deal with the black community, and they're looking at him a certain kind of way, and we learn all about the dealings with him. That's not political. That's not saying something. I'm sorry. Are we so? No other season prior to this had political themes or political issues or social justice issues. Okay. Keep telling me. And for the most part, I do think this was received well. I know people keep saying it's not, but I'm like, what are you judging that off of? Did you go and ask everybody? Did they like it? Yes or no? Where's the one about me being a bitch? Oh man, where is it? That's a good one. They said like I'm an eternal victim or something. I was like, oh, okay. We're going there, huh? Oh, this one. I love this. I love it when somebody has user as their name and then feels the need to say things like this. Good grief, the victimhood. You are drowning in it. Am I? Okay, then click off the video. You're just a dweeb. Somebody that can't put their own name behind what they're saying is a coward and a dweeb. And we do not entertain those things. And it's so nice because somebody commented, like, Ryan, I see you. Ew. Not once did she say anything like that. Like, I appreciate that. I really do. But don't ever feel the need to defend me in the comments. I'm very aware at things. And like I said, when it comes to men dealing with stuff, I cover that. When it comes to racial things, we cover that. When it comes to whatever, if the story's talking about it, we talk about it. That's how it works. Now, people saying things, like there was a comment in here too, I wonder if they took it down because I haven't seen it, that it's a leftist agenda. Okay, I'm going to have to remind you all, like 20 years ago, we had Kill Bill and Alice and Resident Evil, Mystique, Storm, Jean Grey. We had all these strong female characters on screen. And even before that, we have Ripley, Sarah Connor. You know, it's crazy how there's a feminist leftist agenda now, but there wasn't back then. I feel like we're picking and choosing now. Because I'm here to tell you guys that media that we love reflects society. Like I said, film is what I love, so we can talk about these things. Whether or not you agree with me is fine. You can totally disagree with me. You can totally give your opinion on that. But when it comes to just name calling and stuff, and then people arguing with you about it, yeah, I'm gonna say something. Oh, somebody said Jodie Foster couldn't act, and I was like, oh my god, that's a good one. But like I said, we're not gonna put any of these comments up on the screen because I got for the amount of negative comments I got, the positive ones and the questions and the things that people didn't like. That's fine. Say what you didn't like. Say what you had an issue with. That's totally cool. But when you're just going, I hate it, it's like, why though? And if you feel the need to comment on it, that means you're getting into the arena of you understand how film works, you understand how something's wrote, you understand how things are done, and you want to have that debate. And then you just go, it's political, it's a leftist feminist agenda. And I was like, right, now it is. But that's why you're here. You're not here to say, as a show or as a art form, it did something incorrectly. You're here to just go, I feel angry and upset, so I'm really emotional and geeked up, so I'm going to feel the need to fucking say it to all of you. And you're just going, okay, that's fine, that's okay. I put it out there, you have every right to comment on it, but I have a right to do this too. But yeah, where's the leftist agenda on? Oh yeah, women are emotionally predatory every day in every place in this globe. Okay. What does that have to do with anything? I'm sorry that your wife divorced you or whatever happened here, but what else are we trying to say here? That you got your feelings hurt by some lady, so now you feel a certain kind of way? And I just talk like this. This is how I talk. If the way I speak irks you, click off the video. I'm not angry. I'm not anything. I'm not telling you you're dumb. And like I said, I didn't know I had to put a 5-minute disclaimer before a video going, you're great, but don't have your feelings hurt, to get people to listen to it and then still not even listen to what I'm saying. Which is fine. I'm used to that. I'm used to not being listened to, but it is what it is. I know I'm loud. I know I'm abrasive. I know I can come off a certain kind of way, and that's not for everybody. But if you're trying to tell me that that doesn't also factor into, I don't like the way this lady's yelling at her camera, then I don't know what, this is all one big amalgam of that same issue. Like this person said, I could care less about leading women, it's this, this, and this. That's a valid thing to say. But things have always had messages. That's why it's an art form. That's why. So when you want to say things are political, they probably are. Yeah, dumbass. But it's been like that forever. Are you trying to tell me that all the way back to Gone with the Wind, Scarlett O'Hara wasn't supposed to be a strong female character and saying something there? That she was going to hold on to her land even though they said you can't do it because you're a woman? That wasn't political? Explain to me why. Tell me. I'm waiting. I'll be waiting for the comments. Please, enlighten me. It just shocks me. It really does. It really takes me back sometimes when I read things and I'm like, wow. We got it. You listen to somebody on Twitter say, I didn't like this, and now you're going, okay, and you're stealing talking points from other people. That's fine. I'm not going to read your 9-paragraph essay when it starts out with, I'm a fucking idiot saying dumb shit. That's just facts. But yeah, don't ever feel the need to defend me in the comments. I appreciate that. It's very sweet, but I know what I signed up for, and I'm very aware. And like I said, if you've been around, you know that I discuss any issue brought up, because that's what this medium does. That's what comic books do. That's what books do. That's what everything does. If you want to call it an agenda because you're stupid and dumb, go ahead. But it's not. It's always been like this. And you were just too stupid to pick up on it before. And now you're letting some person on the internet tell you how to feel. That's on you. Like I said, if you want to disagree, that's cool. But why? Because I'm talking as a TV show, as a film, as an art form that was adapted for the screen for us. These are the things I had an issue with. These are the things that I liked. Why is that so hard to do? Instead of just going, I didn't like it, I hated it, the toothbrush scene was the best. Like, okay, if you're telling me that, I think you're a stupid moron idiot, and I'm not gonna take anything you say seriously. But when my subscribers are getting DM'd or attacked in comments or things like that, then I'm gonna feel the need to say something like this. It only takes me, 16 minutes, and then I'll cut this down for you guys, so probably less than that. Like, buzz off, bozo. If I'm not for you, that's okay. That's fine. But I'm Abby with MotorCityNerds. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm on OF. I'm on TikTok. I'm on all the things down below because I think all these things are important. When it's men having things happen, I'll talk about that. When it's women in this thing, I'll talk about that. If it's people of color, we'll talk about that. Like, I'm not going to shy away from stuff on top of just saying, we all really love this stuff. And if it's not for you, turn it off instead of doing this. Like, this just tells me you're unhappy and sad and I feel bad for you. And I hope your life gets better. And if you want to try to tell me that I'm wrong about that, then I suggest going onto all of my platforms and seeing the comments and seeing the amount of vitriol and anger and hatred in them. Not saying you didn't like them. This ain't no Game of Thrones. I didn't like the ending. You know, I'm just like, okay, you're trying to tell me this when I got DMs full of how I should die and all these things, when it's like, that's extreme. It's a TV show. It's crazy. That's nuts. But like I said, I know what I signed up for. But when it starts happening to subscribers and people who support the channel, that's when I feel the need to do things like this. Do you guys really think that anything can be said to me on the internet that I hadn't heard for 10 years in a factory? What do you mean? Now, okay, all right, yes. You hurt my little baby girly feelings because we're emotional predators who are awful, all of us, right? All over the globe. But yeah, no, don't try saying that shit to me unless you are also dealing with that. Or do you cover this, and do you have your inbox full of that? Do you have your comments full of that? Do you? Because I don't think you do. I think you're just going, whatever, I'm going to try and seem smart, and you're not. You're not. It's political. Everything is. It's an art form. People do things for a reason. We write comics and books and music and everything for a reason. If you don't like that reason, then don't watch it. Or, like I always say, you can enjoy something for face value and go, it's just a cop show, it's just this, it's just a fantasy series. But if you're trying to say, like, Tolkien didn't explicitly say there are Catholic themes in Lord of the Rings, you're wrong. You can just enjoy it as being Lord of the Rings, or you can dig a little deeper. It is what it is. But if you're trying to say that these things didn't have messages and everything's political now, you sound like a dumbass. You sound like a moron, and I don't take anything you're saying after that seriously. Because I cover film and TV. That's what I do. That's my main thing that I love to do. So yeah. So if I watch, I don't know, Jaws is about corruption in the government and blaming the outsider because we don't want our bottom line hurting, and we'll lie and hurt people and let people get harmed and lose their lives as long as it doesn't affect us monetarily. It's small town, and it's a small town government, but it's like the mayor and all these things and the business owners, and it's corruption that's going on. Do you guys hate Jaws? Do we hate Jurassic Park? Do we hate those things? I just want to know. When did the agenda come in? And when did people start taking a message? You mean on cave paintings at the dawn of time? Yeah, crazy, right? Crazy. If things have a message or they want to say something, we better just go back to the little kid sandbox where everything's perfect and fine and nice and we don't watch nothing and we don't allow ourselves to think. Those are sheep. Those are sheep. Those people are sheep. And if you can't differentiate, I just like this genre and whatever, then I don't know what to tell you. I really don't.